Let me set the record straight before we get lost in this nebula of opinions. Top 10 sci-fi flicks. That's like asking for the perfect cheesesteak. It's subjective, man. But let's be real, you gotta start with Blade Runner. It ain't just a movie, it's a goddamn mood. The rain, the neon, the questions about what it means to be human, that's cosmic, you feel me? It's like Ridley Scott dipped a drop of existential dread into a vat of sin steak. Word.
Dance to the rhythm. Casina Bisto feel that sweet connection. Zala kusalinga as we move in this moment. Don't go na yo, I'm lost in this attraction. May I never be feel the heat if we ignite. Oh, anangaye, let's lose track of time. Oh, sound nasika and that the stars we shine. We sing our song.
A greasy reflection, you say. Chuckles heartily, a sound like a bubbling pot of chili. Now that's a beautiful way to put it, Ayana. Exactly. Like a really, really good chili, you start with the basics, ground beef, beans, spices, but then you add layers. You spice it up with jalapenos, a little cocoa powder for depth, a secret ingredient, maybe a shot of bourbon for courage. It's about embracing the chaos. The universe ain't about control, it's about adding the flavor. And let's be honest, a little bourbon always makes existential dread a little more palatable, doesn't it? Besides, haven't you ever heard the saying, don't fight the current, just paddle harder? It's a culinary metaphor, my friend.
Word. You always bring on the wisdom, Trey. But you missing the bigger picture. It ain't just about adding flavor, it's about recognizing the ingredients. The meat, the broth, the spices, they all represent different aspects of our reality. The sugar. That's the delusion. The salt. The raw truth. And that bourbon, that's the acceptance. Gotta be able to taste the bitterness before you appreciate the sweetness, you dig. It's like a good hoagie, you gotta appreciate the mustard and the onions, even if they sting a little. This whole conversation is like building a sandwich, it needs a base, layers, and a damn good topping.
Dreams with the stars in my heart. I took a car trip when I'm sucking and trying. Cruising through the air, cold clouds of shine. Feeling with my bones, it's a mile away.
Hold up, Trey. You always getting lost in the food. It's a distraction. See, you see the toppings, I see the foundation of the foundation. You talking about pizza, I'm thinking about the tectonic plates shifting, the earth breathing. You building a sandwich, I'm building a galaxy. It's about understanding the source of the flavor, not just enjoying the result. And don't you go disrespecting the foundation. It's what holds the whole damn thing together. You thinking joy. I'm thinking entropy. Everything is breaking down, Trey. All that beautiful flavor, eventually it's just dust. It's the slow creep of the universe, man. Like a perfectly aged Parmesan, slowly melting away. Shakes head slowly.
Entropy, huh? Paces excitedly, gesturing wildly. Oh, Ayana, you're always looking at the dark side. But you're right, of course. Everything decays, everything. That's what makes it beautiful. Like a perfectly brown crust, it's the consequence of heat, the acceptance of transformation. It's the cycle of creation and destruction. Starts miming kneading dough, we can even add to the entropy. A pinch of chili flakes, that's a burst of rebellious energy. A splash of hot sauce, that's confronting the void. The key is to embrace the chaos, not fight it. Think of it like a good, robust stout. It's dark and complex, with hints of chocolate and coffee, and a surprising amount of bitterness. It's the perfect metaphor for existence, wouldn't you say? Let out another hearty laugh.
It ain't about embracing the chaos, Trey. It's about understanding the rules of the chaos. You thinking rules. I'm thinking physics. Newton, Einstein, they were trying to figure out the code of the universe. And you thinking code. I'm thinking decay. Everything follows a pattern, Trey. Everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You trying to add jalapenos to the equation. You adding volatility. You trying to add cocoa powder. You adding illusion. It's a delicate balance, man. You gotta respect the flow, but you gotta know how to interrupt it. Like when in a perfectly cooked steak, you know when it's done, you don't just keep cooking it until it's a shoe. Stares intensely.
Mwamokia, oh, dance to the rhythm. Kasina Bisto feel that sweet connection, oh. Zanakusalinga as we move in this moment. Don't go na yo, I'm lost in this attraction. May I never baby feel the heat if we ignite. Oh, anangaye, let's lose track of time. Oh.
Shoo. Burst into a fit of delighted laughter, slapping his knee. Ayana, you're a savage. A shoo. That's brilliant. That's the ultimate topping, a reminder that even the most decadent experience eventually returns to its primal form. Gestures dramatically, it's the beauty of the universe, distilled. It's like a perfectly aged cheese, it starts sharp, powerful, and then slowly mellows, transforms, until it's just a beautiful, fragrant memory. And you know what else adds a little kick to that memory? A generous drizzle of truffle oil. A little extravagance to celebrate the fleeting nature of joy. Don't you think it's magnificent, this constant dance between creation and destruction? Paces excitedly, grabbing an imaginary slice of pizza. It's like a perfectly balanced risotto, creamy, rich, complex, and ultimately, fleeting. We gotta savor every bite, don't we?
Savoring the fleeting, that's the problem, Trey. You always focusing on the end of the story. You seeing the decay, I'm seeing the potential. It's the absence of something that creates the flavor, man. The void that makes the richness, the silence that makes the music. You focusing on the cheese melting away, I'm thinking about the heat that created the cheese in the first place. It's about the process, not just the product. You building a fortress, I'm building a wave. You seeing the fall of the dominoes. I'm seeing the initial push. Leans forward, speaking with a quiet intensity. Don't confuse aporia with denial. You can't run from the fact that everything ends, Trey. But you can use that knowledge to build something that matters. Like a really good chili, you can season it to perfection, but you can't change the fact that it's gonna eventually cool down and get a little bland. It's about acceptance and respect for the natural order. Pauses, considering it's like a perfectly ripe avocado, beautiful, decadent, and destined to turn brown. Shakes head slowly.
Brown. Suddenly stops, a look of genuine contemplation crossing his face. Brown, you're absolutely right, Ayana. Brown is the key. It's not an ending, it's a transformation. It's the color of earth, of soil, of the very essence of growth. It's the color of rich, dark chocolate, the most decadent and satisfying flavor of all. Begins to mimic spreading chocolate on a slice of cake. You can't deny the beauty of that transformation. It's like a perfectly aged wine, it starts young, bright, and lively, and then slowly develops complexity, depth, and nuance over time. You enhance the experience by letting it age. You can't rush it. It's a lesson in patience, in appreciation, in savoring the moment. Starts to clap enthusiastically. Exactly. We have to embrace the brown. It's the heart of the matter. Laughs again, booming and joyful. It's the ultimate flavor, the ultimate truth.
Dans ma terre, beaux souvenirs, nos rires bougeront encore. Soukout.